Hello, friends.
We're live. We're back in Washington, D.C.
We're back in the home of the brave and the land of the
Let freedom ring!
people who are unable to vote properly.
You know, I'm getting on here so that we can see who's joining and what's happening.
Hello, friends. Hello, hello. We are doing a very tropical punch episode today.
We are. It's like pretty much the number one thing that people have requested of us.
Yeah.
Please do punches. And so, 10 million punches in the face. Yes, punches, because they can be made in large batches. So you'll probably notice tonight we put all the ingredients in parts instead of in ounces or anything else. That way you can just make as many more as you'd like. And so you'll have just a ton and you can share it with friends, or you can make it as single cocktails like we're gonna do tonight. But absolutely every single one of these can be made in advance in a punch bowl, in a nice container with a spigot on the side, and there you go, right?
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with parts, parts are not something you'll find on a measuring cup, but basically it's ratios. So,
Yes.
For example, the Carribean rum punch that I'll make later tonight, you see it's 4 parts OJ, 4 parts pineapple, 1 part lime juice. So you just say, okay, my part is going to be an ounce. So then you do 4 ounces of OJ and an ounce of lime juice. Or you say, my part's going to be a gallon. Because you're having a lot of
You
people.
can make as much as you want. Your part's going to be a cup. It's going to be anything.
Right.
A pint.
It's whatever you want.
Yeah. Perfect. I'm starting. We're going to actually start with drink 2 tonight, the Piña-Peño, which is an excellent drink. And I have a bit of a cough because I was, not because of the COVID, but because I was cutting up these jalapeños earlier, and they are really quite spicy, these ones we got today.
We have live jalapeños in studio.
Yeah, these are really serious.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put in a little less jalapeno than it called for, only because I sampled these right before we went live, and they're really quite hot. So I don't want to knock me and Kyle's socks off. So I have pre-sliced one very large jalapeno. I'm going to put just about 3/4 of it into the beaker and begin muddling while you greet our fans.
I'm gonna greet Stephanie from Iowa first, because I know that she's not making this particular cocktail, but she has joined us nonetheless. So welcome.
Yeah, she wouldn't make this one because she's pregnant, and 2 because she doesn't like spicy. Yeah.
There we go.
Who else is there?
Becky's is here. Will from DC is here.
Hello, Will.
Mary and Rachel. Hello, Mary and Rachel. Will says he can't wait to learn how to punch.
I know. Will, we'll teach you someday. All right, so I have muddled the jalapenos just to release the spiciness.
Mary is joining us from the great outdoors. She says she's walking on the trail so she can burn enough calories to drink our cocktails.
Praise the Lord. Mary's quite a walker and a runner, too.
Yeah.
She runs a lot of marathons and 5Ks and stuff. Okay, now, we would put in 3 ounces of pineapple juice, but I'm making 2 because, as you know, the first drink, we always make 2 so we have something to drink during the show. I happen to know already because it says on the outside of the can that this is 6 ounces of pineapple juice, so I don't really need to measure. It's all going in. There we are. And we need 2 ounces of lime juice.
Lydia is watching us from Iowa. Welcome.
Hello, Lids.
Kyle is also watching us. Hey, we missed you in Iowa the other day. Hope the cousins are well. Corey's cousins. My mom is watching. Hi, Mom.
Hello, Karen.
Erica. We got to see Erica in Iowa.
We did. So I've added the jalapenos, 3 parts pineapple juice, 1 part lime juice. I'm now going to shake, and then make an apology to our audience.
Like a Polaroid picture. That
Shake it.
doesn't sound like a Polaroid.
Shake it.
I want to give a special shout out to Juan right now, who is joining us from DC. I want to give a shout out to all of the people who watch in the same house, but watch on different devices so that they get double credit.
Yes. God bless you, our many fans.
You know what? Thank you for that.
You know, if you have
We
3
appreciate
computers in your house, log on all of them. It's
Yeah.
fine. Okay, so what I did, you might have heard, the reason it was such silent shaking, we're actually just going to serve every drink tonight on ice, because if it were a punch, it would be coming, right out of the punch bowl and probably into a glass with ice. So no need to shake it over ice. Just shake it to mix up the flavors. I'm going to fill these glasses about 2/3 full, and that leads me to my apology which is only after typing these recipes in today did we have the great epiphany that this drink needed a little something extra. And what did it need? It needed a little beer, because every punch needs a little fizz. It needs a little sparkle and something great. And beer can be a great fizz adder. In this case, a really nice IPA. Top that off on there. Let me tell you, we've given up on saying we don't drink before the show, because I had to try it quick before we came on the air to see if I was right. And we were right. The beer makes it even better. So top it off with an IPA. You could use a Pilsner if that's what you've got around. And there you go. We're going to give it a little lime. I also, when I was cutting jalapeños earlier today, I saved the tops because I thought they might look cute in the tops of the glasses. So there we go.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that.
Cheers to the audience.
Cheers, cheers, cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Thank you.
Beer cocktails are amazing, and beer punch is even better. Take my word for it. I mean, that is just really, really good. I'm going to squeeze my lime in.
That packs a punch.
Drinking. Yeah, it does have a bit of a punch. So there you go.
Sheena's joining us from New York. She says she's putting the baby down. Heck,
well,
put the baby down and make one of these. It's good.
It is really good.
You'll love it.
Piña-Peño. Add the beer. We'll add it to the recipe after the episode so that everybody knows what we did. But we just added literally, it's just a IPA we had in the fridge. Again, Pilsner would work. Don't do anything heavy or dark. No like big lagers or Guinness or anything like that.
Yeah, or just club soda if you want.
Uh-huh.
Sheens and I used to go to these restaurants that would burn your tongue off with spice.
Yeah, this isn't going to do that, but you could always add more jalapeno, make it to taste.
No, but you know what? If you have a little tonsillitis or something, you want to
clear that right out.
This will do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it. Okay.
I am making the cocktail that appears first on your list. I have to apologize that we don't always go in the order that they appear on the list, but
because we make an order and then sometimes we decide the one we want to drink during the show isn't the first one. Yeah. So you know what? The first one is always the one we get to drink.
We're allowed to live too.
I mean, that looks really nice in there, that jalapeno topper, doesn't it? It looks kind of like the Wicked Witch's shriveled foot.
Yeah. That's exactly what I want to think of.
Well, when the house falls on her.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Classic Caribbean rum punch. I'm going to use half-ounce parts on this one. So, here we go.
So, half-ounce parts, 4 divided by 1/2 is 2.
4 times 1/2 is 2. So,
yeah,
2 ounces.
If you divided it, that'd be 8. That would be troubling. All right, anyway, math. Like I said, I already admitted I started drinking earlier today. I also had to perfect another one of the recipes for drink 3, so I started drinking around 2.
Whoopsie-doo. Okay, 2 ounces of OJ, 2 ounces of PJ, that's pineapple juice, 1/2 ounce of lime juice.
Oop, I've got it over here.
Thank you. We're using regular lime juice tonight, not the sweetened kind, because we're putting enough sweet
these
ingredients
juices are plenty
in.
sweet on their own.
Yeah, I'm just going to use that part of the jigger. Make it look right. Okay.
I like it.
We're now going to put an ounce of grenadine.
Erica liked my Wicked Witch impression.
Impression?
Yeah, well, my...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome. Kyle played the Tin Man in school.
Oil can!
So there you go. We got the show covered here.
Yep. If I only had a heart.
Earlier today, I was playing Popular from Wicked. So we've kind of covered all the Wizard of Oz spaces today without even planning it. All right, now the Grenadine. This is what gives the beautiful color to the Caribbean rum punch.
Red, pretty syrup. There you go. Look at that.
This is
an ounce of that.
Hands down the classic punch that anyone at your party is going to love. You can make it so easily. Everyone is going to love it. It's perfect. We add both a light rum and a dark rum because what's better than 1 rum, 2 rums?
Yeah, or if your kids are
4.
sick and you ran out of cough syrup, then
yeah. Hello, Justin.
Then you would make one of these for
Iowa.
yourself because you needed a release from your kids. Of course,
Yes.
I'm not suggesting that you give this to your children.
No, never. Who would do that? Not my grandfather.
Well, everyone prior to 1900 would do that. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
An ounce each of the two rums. We will
Perfect.
stir ever so slightly. Again, this is a punch, so we're thinking you're going to put this in a punch bowl. Likely a silver punch bowl, I'm sure you all have, or your crystal set that you might bring out.
Yes, that you might pick up in an antique store. Kyle wonders if we tried the dark rum at Cedar Ridge. We did. We actually did try it, and it was very good. We tried the barrel-aged one. It was nice. Look at that color. Hello, Justin.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah. Did you get that great color? I see you got out an umbrella.
Yeah, I got the umbrella out.
We got our cherries for garnishing.
Yeah. We don't need the cherries now.
Yeah.
I have the fun
You
little
got it.
umbrella.
How is it? Tell me if it's good, and then I'll judge for myself.
Oh, yeah.
This is it's just classic.
Yeah.
It's a perfect punch.
Yeah. It's light, it's fruity, it's yummy.
Oh no, I lost the umbrella. Yeah, this is, if you're looking for fruity stuff, if you like sweeter stuff, this is totally for you.
Yeah.
You might as well close your eyes, turn on a fan, pretend it's a breeze off the ocean and that you're in the Caribbean. You're gonna love it.
Here we go.
All right. Now, our last drink, when we were doing punches, the reason we've put off the punch episode for a while is because we didn't want to have only these fruity punches or any of those old Great Aunt Edna sorbet floating in, or not sorbet but sherbet floating in a punch bowl. No, we wanted great punches. So we got something for the spicy, we got something for the sweet. Now we're gonna go to something for the people who like herbal and the people who like liquor, because this one does not mask the flavor with fruit juices in the same way as the others. So we began today, I'm gonna mix this one straight in the glass, by the way, with this jigger. We began today by making a little mint tea simple syrup. It might sound kind of difficult, but it's not. We put the instructions in the Facebook page. All you have to do is boil a cup of water, throw some mint tea bags in it. After they have had time to steep 5 to 10 minutes, stir in half a cup of sugar, dissolve it, and you have simple syrup that looks brown, which you shall see as I pour it in here. This drink is also simple because it's equal parts of everything. So, we got our simple syrup of mint tea. We are then adding vodka, an equal part of vodka.
Some good vodka. Hello, Lizzie from Canada. Welcome from the Great North.
Canada, or something like that. All right, and then we add Fernet. This is where it's going to get the herbal flavor. Fernet is Italian, right?
Is it Italian? I thought it was Spanish.
I believe it's Italian. Well, yes, made in Italy.
Okay, I apologize.
An herbal liqueur of Italia. I guess hence the name that we gave the cocktail, which is Italian tea time.
Oh, there we go.
Yes. All right, and then sweet vermouth. An equal part of that as well. This is really a wonderful drink. I'm not going to lie to you. We would never lie to you.
It's very brown, but it's quite yummy.
And it really does taste punchy, I promise. I forgot the lime juice.
Huh.
Thank you.
There's no...
Is there no lime juice in this?
No. You just garnish with the mint.
Sorry, there's no lime juice in this. I've lost
top
my
with
ever-loving
the
mind.
club soda.
The club
You
soda.
garnish with mint.
All right, we swirl and mix. And then, top with club soda. We make ours in the soda stream because, it's wasteful to buy all those plastic bottles. Lovely fizz.
Look at that.
With the mint sprig. I'll let you try it.
You could also, I don't know if you've seen people do it, they take the little mint sprig in their hand and they slap it, and it releases the oils, so it makes it smell really good.
Ah, that is delightful.
Let me see.
It really is delightful.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice punch. I think you could add lime juice to it if you wanted to. I might add a little in the future.
Well, but you don't want to throw off the delicate mint flavor.
Yeah, it's true.
This is definitely a punch for an evening party.
Yeah, this would be a great, after dinner punch even, if there's such a thing. We're inventing it right now, right here. After dinner punch.
After dinner punch.
Because Fernet and many things with sweet vermouth are often after dinner drinks. So there you go. You could have it as an after dinner cocktail or punch. It's great.
There's our lineup.
Yeah, look at that. We've got the colors, every color you need, everything you need. You got your spicy, your sweet, your herbal,
Yeah.
everything. And we've once again proven we take your advice. So you ask for punch, you got punch. Tell us what you want in the future and we will deliver because we're here to please.
Okay, can I just go out on a limb right now?
Yeah, go out on any limb.
Okay. Next week we're doing Pisco. Pisco.
Yes.
Pisco is a liquor that's made in Peru and Chile. So it might not be super easy to find. Head out this week or this weekend if you can. See if you can find it.
We will post the recipes online in advance this week, like maybe even tomorrow if we get our act together, and put them up there because we're going to take you south of the equator down to South America for some cocktails of the South American continent.
Yeah. Hey, Jane from grad school.
Hello.
Good to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the show. Becky asks if there's another herbal liqueur that could be substituted for the Fernet.
There is.
Amaro Nonino is one of the brands.
Yes. You can use Amaro.
Yeah.
Fernet, if you just wanted to take it a totally different direction, you could probably put Aperol or Campari in it. It would take it in a whole nother direction, but you could try it and tell us how it worked if you've got it lying around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We take no responsibility if it tastes awful.
But Fernet and Amaro, you could totally interchange and it would be absolutely fine. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, folks, that's it.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week for South America. We should wear something fancy for South America.
We'll wear something fancy for South America.
Maybe we'll get a bull to fight or something. No, that's Mexico.
That's Spain.
Oh, Spain. Anyway, we'll find something nationally appropriate for where we're going. See you, friends.
Ciao.